What's up, Sync Academy members? I hope you're having a great week, and most importantly, I hope you're keeping up with your Sync 60 challenge. I saw a ton of yeses marked under the week one's goal accomplishment. I love that. Nothing warms my heart more than to see a large majority of you guys are actually taking this seriously and achieving your goals, okay? We don't do this for our health. We're not just doing this for fun. I want to see real results. I want to see you guys really get that album done, really, master your DAW, really improve significantly your mixing or mastering skills. Whatever your Sync 60 goal is, I want you to really get it done. So already, we're off to a really good start. A really high percentage of you guys are already participating in the first week. Now, I know as the weeks go on, and if this is your first Sync 60 challenge, you'll see week by week, gets tougher and tougher and tougher to keep up with it and keep logging in and mark yes on that column, because we probably will see a dip in the numbers of people that are actually marking yes as we get closer to week 8. So from right now, from the middle of week 2, basically, please don't be one of those members that kind of flakes out, doesn't log in, doesn't get your goal done. Just make another commitment to yourself for this week, get it done, and do that every single week and make sure you do accomplish your goals, okay? But this video, what I want to do is make a pretty exciting announcement. I will be opening up 40 spots for the Syndicate group here in Sync Academy. Many of you have private messaged me, emailed me, posted on the platform wondering, what is the Syndicate? How do I join it? What's it all about? Okay. If you don't know, this video will answer all of those questions for you. If you do know what it is, this is still going to be a great refresher for you. Also, there's a new feature that I'm rolling out in the Syndicate, and actually I'll be rolling it out for all of you newcomers. So once you guys get into the group, it will be the first thing that we start doing. So if you want to learn about what that is, definitely watch this video, okay? So there's basically been 2 main benefits for the Syndicate, okay? I've been running it for basically 2 years now. It's grown massively since when I started it in the beginning of, I think it was January 2017, yeah. And back then we had one library we were working with. We had one album basically that we were working with per month. Now we have multiple libraries. We have 3 libraries essentially that we are constantly supplying new music with. And there are always licensing opportunities available to you guys as Syndicate members, okay? These are paid licensing opportunities, okay? So some of them will provide upfront consideration fees, so you're gonna get some cash in your pocket just by getting your tracks accepted. And if those that don't, once you get those placements, you're gonna get those royalties down the road, okay? So these are not theoretical, just like exercises. These are real world licensing opportunities that come from real libraries, real people working in this business. Some of them are from my contacts, and all of those are from another library partner that we have on board in the Syndicate that's offering us licensing opportunities. So lots of good stuff going on. In fact, right now we have 2 opportunities, actually 3, but we're about to wrap up the 3rd one as of this week. So that one won't be available for the newcomers. But right now for the newcomers, there will be a cinematic hip hop and an Asian, sort of Asian hybrid, sort of a licensing opportunity. So those are both available right now, okay? So essentially, licensing opportunities, that's the first thing you guys are going to get. Now, for every track that you guys submit to our regular licensing opportunities, you will be getting feedback from either myself or from the other library partner we have on board. So you're going to be getting real world feedback from people who know what makes a track licensable or not. So I know a lot of you guys have been participating a lot in the feedback corner, are loving the peer reviews and getting that sort of encouragement and some insight from other people in the group. But a lot of you guys have asked me personally, Jesse, I want to send you some music and I want you to give me feedback on what's going on in my track, if it's licensable, what can be improved. Maybe tell me, where do you think this could fit? Like, what genre would you consider this? So those kind of questions for my time and my attention. The Syndicate is the place for you to get my time and my attention on your music, okay? So about once a month, we do these open reviews where you can basically post any track that you've been working on. It can be a demo, it can be completed, any genre, it doesn't matter. And I go through and do video reviews, just like a video that I'm doing right now. I'll play your track and I'll basically give you my 2 cents on it. I'll tell you what I love about it, what I'm not loving about it, what can be improved, and anything that I give you guys in terms of my feedback is always about actionable things that you can really do, okay? So I'm not going to give you anything vague, and that's why when I guide you guys through the feedback corner process, make sure, I'm always telling you guys, be very specific on what you're telling people. It doesn't do anybody any good just to say, love the track, it's great, or yeah, this track's not that great. That doesn't do anything for anybody, right? So I want to make sure, and especially with the feedback that I give, I get as specific as I possibly can about some things that can really, you can do like that day to dramatically improve your tracks and your production so that you're more competitive in this industry, okay? And not just struggling and wondering and hoping that your tracks are licensable, but you can have a little bit more certainty because you have somebody, I've been in this business 11 years now, and the library partner we have on board also has been in this business for 11 years. So you've got basically 22 years of experience coming at you to tell you what could really work and what's not really working with your licensing tracks that you're putting together, okay? So licensing opportunities that are paid, and also open reviews from me. So those are the two main benefits essentially you're getting from the Syndicate. Now the third new feature that we're going to roll out essentially next week, once we get all the new signups, the new enrollees, is it's going to be a sync contest, okay? So we do occasionally get these custom queues that come through our library partners where they're paying really nice upfront sync fees for really big opportunities, okay? So some of the ones we've done before, MTV, Fox Sports, Lifetime, Outback Steakhouse, we did get that commercial. We've done Dancing with the Stars, AccuView, we did a huge campaign for them. So we have done some pretty major brand name opportunities with the licensing partners that we have. And yes, we've actually had some sync fees up to $1,000 for some of these opportunities, okay, that we've secured. Some of the opportunities, there's a various amount of different composer groups that are composing to us. So sometimes we're not the only ones, but many of them we are. We actually are the only composers that are submitting to. In fact, the one we just completed was one for a parks department out in Detroit from one of my licensing partners. So that one was just a couple months ago. So we do get opportunities where we are the only ones submitting. So you can guarantee that one Syndicate member will get the placement, which is really cool. But obviously I can't guarantee that for every opportunity, but I've just found in the last 2 years, a majority of those opportunities we do get to sort of have that. But another feature basically dovetailing into that is going to be the sync contest, right? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up an actual brief that I've received in my career. So I definitely do catalog and log all the briefs that I've been offered. The cool thing about this though is that I'm going to leave it open for any genre, okay? So even though maybe the brief that I got was for EDM pop, I will actually eliminate the genre request and I'll make it open. So if you do hip hop, you can participate. If you do rock, you can throw your track in here. If you do orchestral, okay? So this is going to be one where basically you're getting real world guidance from a real brief, but I'm going to basically kind of break that boundary of the genre request so that everybody can participate, okay? And if your track, if I will be the judge of it, I will be the sole judge of this. And based on my experience with these opportunities, knowing what a client usually is going to go for or not, if you follow the directions, you follow the brief, and you submit your track, I'm going to basically give out 3 prizes. There's going to be cash prizes for the top 3, right? Third, second, and first place. And I'm going to do a review on those 3 tracks. So all of you that participate can at least watch all the tracks that I did accept and understand exactly why they were the most licensable and why they were most useful for this particular opportunity, okay? And so you can learn from all of these opportunities. And the best part about that is you're not going to be exclusively tied to an opportunity. You can literally take that as motivation, get excited about the contest, submit your track. Even if you win and you win some cash, you can then take that track and go license it and make more cash with it, okay? So basically there's no contractual obligations for this sync contest. So we've never done this before, actually. This is gonna be the first one that we do and we roll out, and I will be starting it basically next week. So if it works out great, we'll do it continuously. We'll do it on a regular basis. If it nobody really wants to participate, we probably won't do it as much, and we'll go back just to the opportunities and the open reviews. But I think this is going to be something that will increase a lot of engagement. It'll get you guys really pumped up and excited about making new music. And hey, put some cash in your pocket and get some feedback and some reviews on some music. So it seems like it's a win-win for everybody. So I hope you guys do dig that. So also with the Syndicate, you will get access included in your membership with the Sync Business Master course. Okay, so this is usually $600. This is not a cheap course that I offer. This is a really advanced course. It actually contains 8 different videos, and it's basically going to walk you through every single important aspect of the business side of this industry. I know a lot of the tutorials here in Sync Academy are geared towards how to create tracks and market them. And we do have some business skills and some business talks and chats and presentations. But if you want to go into the deep dive of really how the business works, how you can protect yourself with your royalties, your registrations, make sure you're signing good contracts, understanding legal contracts, especially with a library you're going to work with. Really valuable stuff that if I had this when I first got started would have saved me probably at least 3 years of sending music to dumb companies that I shouldn't have been sending music to, signing really not so great deals, giving up my writer share in places where I really didn't have to and I should have pushed back on it, right? So just kind of some common sense stuff that if you don't want to make the same mistakes I did and waste a lot of time, this master course can absolutely speed up that entire process and just make you much more prepared for what this industry has to offer to you. And of course, with that is the digital downloads. Okay, so that is the 2019 Music Library Directory, submission templates, and the blueprint for how to structure your tracks. Now, if you've already paid for those separately and you weren't a Syndicate member, I'll work with you to refund you on all that, okay? So you don't have to double pay for any of this kind of stuff. So just let me know if you do apply for the Syndicate. Just let me know and we'll work out that refund for you, because you don't need to pay double for this kind of stuff, okay? So, which brings me to my next point. Not everybody is just allowed to join. There is an application process, okay? So, because there are only 40 spots, I will be basically posting this Monday, July 15th, a link to an application that you need to fill out if you'd like to be considered to join the Syndicate. Why? Well, this is requiring a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, a lot of my focus and attention on you, your career, and your music. So that means I need to know who you are a little bit, okay? This is not going to be a huge, in-depth application process, but I do need to see a little bit about who you are, what kind of music you make, what your goals are, what your expectations are. If you think joining the Syndicate means that I'll just do all the work for you and hand you a career, do not even apply. Don't waste your time. I need hard workers. I need people that are not going to flake out. I need people that really want to work hard, that understand it takes work to do really well in this. With the Syndicate, you can basically get a boost, a jetpack boost on your career, okay? So you can get your foot in the door with these real licensing opportunities, and you can get some real feedback from people who know what they're talking about. So you essentially get that boost up in your career, and in many ways, you can sort of speed up your progress in this industry. But none of that comes unless you show up and you do the work and you submit your tracks, okay? It's just like in any college or school you go to. The more you show up, the more you participate, go to extracurricular activities, all that kind of stuff, the more education and benefits you're going to get out of it. So don't think you can just be a passive observer in the Syndicate and think it's going to do anything for you. It will not. You got to be a player, okay? And you got to do the work. That's basically our motto in the Syndicate. Just do the work. So that sounds like you. It sounds like something that can really benefit you. Look out this Monday. I will post that link for the application process. Please fill it out completely. The best thing I can say is don't just give me one, because some of the questions you can basically type in a couple of sentences. Don't just give me one word answers or a one sentence answer. Give me a couple of sentences about who you are, where you're coming from, what you really want to get out of this. Because if I'm putting in effort and energy and focus and time and resources into you and your career and your music, I want to make sure it pays off. Okay, I can see from these applications who's got the long-term mindset, who's really got that work ethic, and who's just looking for a handout. So if I feel that you're looking for a handout, I'll just feel sorry. That's not going to be a good fit for you, and I don't want to coach and mentor you. But if you do have some really great things to offer the Syndicate, you've got a great work ethic, you're positive, you're encouraging, you're optimistic about the future of this business, put that in your application. It really will speak a lot for you. Last time I offered this, the last time it was, I think it was the middle of April, so it's been about 3 months. I don't do this very regularly. I basically can only open up so many slots because, again, this is my mentorship group. I cannot open this up to thousands of people, even though I probably could get thousands of people on here. I decided to make a conscious choice to keep this small, keep it manageable, so that you guys get high quality feedback and interaction from me, okay? So if you'd like to apply this Monday, you will be getting an email and there will be a link here posted in Sync Academy. So this is only I'm giving first dibs of these 40 spots to Sync Academy members and Sync Edge members. So you guys are getting first dibs. And why? Because you kind of understand the game already. Okay, you guys have obviously at least watched many of the tutorials. You understand, you have a somewhat solid understanding of why this industry does take a lot of work and why it's going to be a good fit for you. So you guys are obviously the ones that I would like to coach and mentor first. If we don't fill up all 40 spots, I might open it up to the general public. But last time, it was basically 3 days in and we had all spots taken up. And the first day, I think we had like 28 or even 30 of them taken up. So it was like within a day or two, everybody jumped in. So do not wait on it. It is first come, first serve. Okay, so I will basically be getting all these applications as soon as they're completed once I post that link. So don't wait till Wednesday to put in your application. Do it on Monday. Do it first thing, get your application in, because basically as I go through and decide, yes, you're a good fit, yes, you're a good fit, I'll be sending acceptance letters to those of you that I accept, and then you'll be able to join us, okay? And once those 40 spots are done, no more reviews or no more applications will be listened to or read, and I'll just basically shut down the entire thing, okay? So the cost, it is going to be a premium service. So that's another reason why you need to make sure, if you're going to invest in yourself with this program, make sure you're willing to show up and do the work and get your money's worth, okay? You cannot be a passive observer in this, okay? So it is $97 a month. which you actually will not have to pay that on top of your current Sync Academy fee. Okay, just so you're aware. We would basically just switch whatever you're paying for your Sync Academy monthly fee, we would switch that to the monthly fee for the Syndicate. So that would be $97 a month, okay? Or if you want to save some money, I do offer a $9.97 per year choice, which actually brings your monthly down to just $83 a month. So it's a little bit cheaper for you if you're willing and able to commit to a full year with us. And I do believe that basically committing to 1 year with the Syndicate is about the timeline that you should be anticipating, right? To get the feedback, to get your foot in the door, some licensing opportunities. And then once you feel ready, you've got a good solid grasp of how to do this, you need to graduate, you need to move on, you need to start working directly with music libraries. That's what I recommend to all Syndicate members, okay? It is not something to just stay in for the rest of your life. That's not the business that we're in here, okay? I wanna make sure that you get the guidance, you get the feedback, and maybe you get some obviously cash in your pocket, which would be really cool, right? And that's the one thing I wanna say. Those members that participate and get accepted to the opportunities, and maybe with this new sync contest feature, actually participate, this can pay for itself very easily, okay, with the consideration fees and the custom jobs and the sync contest. If you're regularly participating and getting accepted, this membership pays for itself very easily, okay? So not only can you get your foot in the door, but you could get this entire program essentially for free, but that requires you doing the work and participating and submitting licensable music. And when I give you some feedback, you go and make those changes for the next opportunity that we do, okay? So that's the deal with the Syndicate. It is my highest level of mentorship that I can offer you guys. I do get these requests pretty much every day. At least 2 or 3 people asking me, hey, Jesse, listen to my music. What do you think? Can we get on a Skype call? Tell me what I should do. I get way too many of those to be able to have a life. I would literally be doing nothing else. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't have any sort of a life. I'd be stuck here only doing that, and I know in the long run that would burn me out. So the Syndicate has been crafted in a way so that I can give a lot of my time and my attention to you guys, but in a way that allows me to not burn out in the long run. And now we've been going over 2 years, so it's obviously working, and I'm not stressed out by it, and it's not like burning me out. I don't feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends. It's very manageable for me. It's a lot of work, but it's definitely manageable, and so it's a really cool special thing that we have going on here. And I will let you guys know, Sync Academy members, you guys get first dibs of it. So be on the lookout. This Monday, July 15th, there'll be an email and a link posted here on the platform, and that's when you can apply. And take your time with your application, okay? Really let me know a little bit about who you are so I can decide if you're gonna be a good fit for us. So here's to all of your sync licensing careers with or without the Syndicate. I hope you just continue on with Sync 60. Even if you're with or without joining the Syndicate, you should be continuing on with Sync 60 and still participating and pushing forward just as hard as you ever did. So that's what I want to let you guys know about today. And we'll see many of you guys, newcomers into the Syndicate, on Monday. So stay tuned.